The sound recently detected didn't originate from thunder or interference. It came from beyond our solar system. It wasn't a natural phenomenon. It was a signal from Voyager 1, the aging spacecraft that has been traveling through the emptiness of space for nearly 50 years. What it sent back caught everyone off guard. Voyager 1 was launched in 1977 with the aim of studying the outer planets. Now, it's over 23 billion kilometers from Earth, further than any other human-made object. Just a short while ago, it transmitted a peculiar signal that took NASA by surprise. It wasn't the usual telemetry or background noise. Instead, it was a distinct pattern, strange, calculated, and completely unlike anything it had sent before. A 66-second transmission, repeated 3 times, followed by complete silence. This raises unsettling questions. Is Voyager malfunctioning, or did it encounter something unfamiliar in the depths of interstellar space? The spacecraft, once considered a short-lived probe, was originally expected to operate for only a few years. Built with 1970s-era technology, magnetic tape, primitive computers, and no internet, it has far surpassed all expectations. Voyager 1 succeeded in capturing detailed images of Jupiter and Saturn, revealing previously unseen moons and rings. After its primary mission, NASA instructed it to continue its journey out of the solar system to explore the uncharted regions between the stars. Rather than solar panels, Voyager 1 relies on a nuclear power source, which continues to generate just enough energy to maintain a faint signal back to Earth. This signal, traveling across nearly 2 days through space, is powered by only 20 watts, the energy equivalent of a refrigerator light bulb. Yet NASA's deep space antennas still managed to pick it up. In 2012, Voyager 1 officially entered interstellar space, venturing beyond the protective influence of our Sun. From this remote frontier, it has continued to send back valuable data about the environment beyond the solar system. But something recently changed. Instead of standard telemetry, Voyager transmitted an anomaly. It wasn't static. It wasn't corrupted. It was something entirely new. In March of this year, NASA's Deep Space Network picked up an unusual emission. It stood out immediately. It was not routine data, nor an instrument test, nor the result of equipment failure. It was a distinct signal, a single pulse of radio waves lasting exactly 66 seconds. Then it happened again and again, 3 identical bursts. Then silence. NASA referred to it as unstructured frequency modulation, a term indicating they couldn't categorize it. It bore no resemblance to known Voyager transmissions. It wasn't a system malfunction or space interference. Its precision and repetition suggested intent, like something had been inserted into the signal, or perhaps something external had interacted with it. Could this have been a natural phenomenon? Maybe the spacecraft encountered a region dense with ionized gas or magnetic anomalies, but NASA has seen such conditions before. Nothing like this has ever resulted from them. That's when a more disquieting idea emerged. What if Voyager didn't transmit the signal but received it? That's especially strange because Voyager isn't equipped to listen for incoming messages. Its systems are designed to send data back to Earth, not to pick up signals. Yet in the vast, uninhabited space beyond the heliopause, it might have encountered something we've never observed before. NASA hasn't reached a conclusion, but they admit this occurrence is unprecedented. A 45-year-old craft floating alone, suddenly relaying a signal that defies explanation, is more than just curious, it's unnerving. One immediate theory was mechanical failure. After all, the probe is nearly 5 decades old, components are aging. But checks show that Voyager still knew its orientation, still had a stable power supply, and was maintaining its signal to Earth without error. No emergency beacons had been triggered. Everything seemed normal except for that cryptic transmission. And its repetition, identical 3 times, made the engineers doubtful it was just a coincidence. Perhaps the signal had been altered by the spacecraft moving through an unusual area of space. Maybe magnetic interference had warped its emissions. But again, the probe had traversed strange environments before nothing like this had ever emerged from those journeys. Some began to consider a possibility long pushed aside. Had Voyager intercepted a signal not meant for it? Was it, by pure chance, in the right place at the right time to capture a message from something else? Even though it's not a receiver in any traditional sense, Voyager might have become a passive witness to something unexpected as spacefaring. Microphone drifting silently between the stars, Voyager 1 carries something unique, the golden record. This gold-plated disc, about the size of a vinyl LP, contains a curated collection of greetings in dozens of languages, music from diverse cultures, photographs of life on Earth, and even a human heartbeat. It was intended as a message in a bottle, cast into the galactic ocean for some unknown finder. As Carl Sagan once said, the odds of someone discovering it were nearly zero, but not absolutely zero. Now, that old dream feels more relevant. What? If the signal was a reply, could an intelligent force have encountered the golden record, understood its meaning, and sent back a response? Far-fetched as it seems, it remains within the realm of possibility. Voyager has reached a part of space utterly unfamiliar to us. If anything out there were capable of making contact, Voyager would be its first point of encounter. NASA has made no firm declarations. Officially, the signal is considered under investigation, but many find the circumstances hard to ignore. The signal's timing, its structure, and the fact that the spacecraft is still functional after so many years defies expectations. If this was a response, it would be humanity's first known dialogue with the cosmos. For decades, researchers have pondered the question, are we alone? Scientists like Dr. Frank Drake tried to estimate the number of civilizations in our galaxy, concluding there could be countless others. Others, like Dr. Jill Tarter, spent their careers searching the skies for any evidence of intelligent life. Until now, that search has yielded no definitive results. But the universe is unimaginably vast, with hundreds of billions of stars in our galaxy alone and trillions more in the broader cosmos. It's difficult to believe that we're the only ones here. That's why this signal matters. It doesn't resemble anything Voyager has ever emitted before. Some in NASA suggest it might be a glitch. Others disagree, saying it simply doesn't fit that pattern. If deep space was going to speak to us, this is how it might happen, with a whisper caught by a lonely probe billions of kilometers away. So, what does this strange event actually mean? The signal came from nearly 24 billion kilometers away, so distant that it took over 21 hours to reach Earth, and it came from a device emitting less energy than a household light bulb. The fact that it was detected at all is astonishing. But it's not just the distance that's mysterious, it's the form. A perfectly timed burst, repeated 3 times, then silence. That's not a known system error. It's not part of Voyager's testing routines. Engineers say the transmission was structured, shaped. It had order. Whether it's a crafted message or an unknown interaction with deep space, it has serious implications. Either space is more complex than we thought, or something beyond Voyager tried to make contact. Scientists have long studied how radio waves behave across the cosmos. They typically weaken or disperse. This one held steady like a beacon. No errors were found in Voyager's logs. No mechanical faults, just a single, one-time signal. That has led some to speculate, could this be the beginning of a contact event, something we've only dreamed of until now? If so, it raises profound questions. Should we respond? This is where the matter turns philosophical. The late physicist Stephen Hawking advised caution, warning that alerting an unknown civilization to our presence might be dangerous. We have no way of knowing who or what is out there. Others argue that if someone reached out, the right thing to do is answer. To show that we're listening and willing to connect, yet replying through Voyager isn't possible. The spacecraft is too far away and wasn't built to transmit to anything but Earth. If humanity wants to answer, we need a new mission, something built to carry a deliberate message across vast distances. And that's a choice that, once made, cannot be undone. Voyager 1 continues its journey quiet, steadfast, seemingly alone. But maybe it isn't truly alone anymore. Maybe, in the space between the stars, something finally acknowledged our presence. Perhaps this signal was the first step in a dialogue that has only just begun. Though born of an earlier era, Voyager 1 remains active, a time capsule and scientific ambassador still operating at the edge of the known universe. The strange signal it returned has been recorded by NASA's Deep Space Systems. It is acknowledged in official logs and by mission scientists such as Dr. Linda Spilker. The signal does not match any known pattern, and Voyager remains responsive to commands, properly aligned, and otherwise functioning normally. This is not speculation, it is data. A documented anomaly, verified and under investigation. Whether or not it leads to anything more remains to be seen, but Voyager 1 is still out there, still listening, and perhaps, for the first time, the universe is listening back.